Welcome to Study Learning. আজিৰ এই ভিডিঅ'টোত মই আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছোঁ HS সেকেন্ড ইয়াৰৰ ইংৰাজীৰ এটা চেপ্টাৰৰ বিষয়ে যিটো হৈছে দ্য লাষ্ট লেসনৰ কিছুমান ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন আনসাৰৰ বিষয়ে। বহুতো ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীয়ে আমাক কমেণ্ট কৰি সুধিছে যে এই চেপ্টাৰটোৰ আনসাৰ দিয়াৰ কাৰণে। সেইকাৰণে আজিৰ ভিডিঅ'টোত আলোচনা কৰিম দ্য লাষ্ট লেসনৰ 1 আৰু 2 মাৰ্কছৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন আনসাৰৰ বিষয়ে। মই আশা কৰোঁ এই ভিডিঅ'টো তোমালোকৰ কাৰণে এটা হেল্পফুল ভিডিঅ' হ'ব, কাৰণ এই ভিডিঅ'টোত মই যিকেইটা 1 আৰু 2 মাৰ্কছৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন আনসাৰৰ বিষয়ে ডিছকাছ কৰিছোঁ, এই কুৱেশ্যন কেইটা বাৰে বাৰে ফাইনেল এক্সামত আহি থকা দেখা যায়। সো তোমালোকে ভিডিঅ'টো মিছ নকৰিবা, অন্তিম সময়লৈ চাই থাকিবা। তেনেহ'লে আহক ভিডিঅ'টো আৰম্ভ কৰোঁ। দ্য লাষ্ট লেসন। 1 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে I started for school very late that morning. Who is the I here? এইটো 12 আৰু 14ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে Little Franz is the I here. 2 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What did M. Hamel do when he wanted to go fishing? 13ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে When M. Hamel wanted to go fishing, he gave his pupils a holiday. 3 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What did M. Hamel write at the end of the class? 15ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে M. Hamel wrote Bible Franz at the end of the class. 4 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What did Franz think for a moment? 16ত আহিছিল এই কুৱেশ্যনটো। আনসাৰটো হৈছে For a moment Franz thought of running away and for spending the glorious day outdoors in a more pleasurable manner. 5 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What is the name of the blacksmith in the last lesson? 18ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে The name of the blacksmith in the last lesson is Watchtower. 6 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What is the name of the river mentioned in the last lesson? 19ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে The name of the river mentioned in the last lesson is Sar. 7 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে How long did M. Hamel teach in his school? আনসাৰটো হৈছে M. Hamel taught for 40 years in his school. 8 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What was written in the new copies brought by M. Hamel for the students in a beautiful round hand? 17ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে M. Hamel had brought new copies for students written in a beautiful round hand, Franz Alsace. 9 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে Who were drilling in the open field back of the sawmill? আনসাৰটো হৈছে The Prussian soldiers were drilling in the open field back of the sawmill. 10 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে Who is the author of the last lesson? আনসাৰটো হৈছে Alphonse Daudet is the author of the last lesson. এতিয়া ডিছকাছ কৰিম 2 মাৰ্কছৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যন কেইটা। প্ৰথম কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What were M. Hamel's views about the French language? or What did M. Hamel say about the French language? এই কুৱেশ্যনটো 12, 13 আৰু 16ত আহিছিল। বহুতো ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যনটো হয়, সো তোমালোকে এই কুৱেশ্যনটো মিছ নকৰিবা, ধুনীয়াকৈ শিকি ল'বা। আনসাৰটো হৈছে M. Hamel gave an emotional talk to his students about the French language. He loved French so much that he declared it to be the most beautiful, clearest and the most logical language in the world. People must guard the language among themselves and never forget it. He said that as long as a subjugated people hold fast to their own language, they had the key to their prison. 2 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে Why did Franz want to spend his day out of doors? 12, 16 আৰু 17ত আহিছিল। আনসাৰটো হৈছে Franz wanted to spend his day out of doors for 2 reasons. Point 1, he was very late for school. Point 2, his teacher M. Hamel was to ask them questions on participles, but he did not know even single word about it. 3 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What was the commotion that Franz anticipated? 14 আৰু 15ত আহিছিল কুৱেশ্যনটো। আনসাৰ Franz anticipated the commotion of the opening and closing of desks, lesson repeated in unison, and the teacher's great rule wrapping on the table. 4 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো হৈছে What had been put up in the bulletin board? 14ত আহিছিল কুৱেশ্যনটো। আনসাৰ Since the last 2 years, the bulletin board had news of last battles, the draft and the orders of the commanding officers, On the day, a notice had been put up stating that order from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. M. Hamel had been told to vacate his palace for a new German teacher. 5 number question 2 is what was France expected to be prepared with for school that day? 15 answer to is France was expected to be prepared with lessons on participles that day, as M. Hamel had said that he questions them on participles. So number question 2 is what words did M. Hamel write on the blackboard before dismissing the class? What did they mean? 19 answer. M. Hamel with large letters wrote on the blackboard Vive France, which means long live France. Khat number question 2 is why did Watchter the blacksmith tell Franz not to hurry to school? 18 answer. Watchter the blacksmith told Franz not to hurry to school because he thought that Franz had plenty of time to reach school. This was because of the news that was displayed on the bulletin board in the town hall. At number question 2 is what would Franz love to do on that sunny morning instead of going to school? 19 answer. Instead of going to school on that sunny morning, Franz wished to spend the day outdoors in a much cheerful way. He wanted to play with the nature, seek birds' eggs, and go sliding on the shore.